Morning everyone, bit of a treat for you this morning. We're at right at the top end of Scotland, up in Sutherland. We're in a little place called Simt, which is between Lochinver, and we're staying on an estate called Cathair Dhubh, and I'll just show you around. It's absolutely gorgeous. We've been here since Friday. Right, yeah, as I said, it's called Cathair Dhubh. A couple called Kate and Gary who live in that house there. Honestly, if you get stuck to a little place to go for a bit of solitude and quiet, just head up here. It is a bit of a distance. It took us 12 hours. We did two stops, one for breakfast and then another one at Tesco's in Inverness, which is probably the nearest sort of big town. Right, the first little croft cottage there, that's ours. That's Thistle Cottage. As you can see in the far distance, there's hills and mountains, and yeah, it's a very, very picturesque spot. Now, I don't know what it is about Scotland, but since I'd say about 1968, I've sort of been drawn here. As a kid, we used to come up to head over the border into up to Castle Douglas, and then we're across to Eyemouth, which is on the other opposite side of the coast. And then as a sea cadet, we ended up coming up here for a week. We stayed at HMS Lochinver, which was just underneath the road bridge on the Firth of Forth. And then the link hadn't really ended there. We've had countless holidays up here all through the years. We've even hired a boat and went through from Inverness through Loch Ness. So the Scottish links there. I don't think we'll get any family links. I think we're more from Southern Ireland, of our ancestors. Yeah, just let you have a look around. It's absolutely gorgeous. The beaches here are second to none. Like I said on the other video that I've posted, matching if not better than some of the places in the Caribbean where I'd been in the Navy. But just look at that. I keep having to pop my ears. It's that quiet. I thought where I lived in Hebden Bridge were quiet, but there's just absolutely no sound at all apart from birds, and yeah, there's nothing. We don't even hear aircraft going over. It's that remote. So yeah, like I say, it's took a while to get here, but it's well worth it, honestly. So that's going to be another cracking day up here. Let's go up this slight incline. I'll let you have a look around. Look at that, honestly. Yeah. That takes some beating. Oh, the far distance there's a fishing boat going out. No doubt we'll be sampling some of the catch later on as we go down to Lochinver. Yeah, look at that. It looks like it. I put a photograph on the other day, and a friend of mine said it does look like a painting. Yeah, it's just quite amazing. I was talking to Gary, whose place this is, and he said, "Oh yeah, it's a bit different in the winter time. There's sort of a constant northerly wind blowing in." Which just reminded me of my brother Michael. He went to to work up at Stornoway Airport on the Isle of Lewis, and he said they used to hang the washing out, and it was they didn't see it again. It used to land in Glasgow. It was that windy, but today is beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, and it went all about Scotland, and I seem to be drawn up here for some strange reason. I was sent up here to Fife, which is the southeastern part of the country. I'm based in Rosyth on a ship running out of Rosyth, HMS Gurkha. And then eventually I finished off my time in the Navy. I left from HMS Cochrane, which is the shore base. So I don't know, there must be some sort of magnetic pull to this country. It is. It's and I seem to get on quite well with the lads from up here that I was in the Navy with. I even we pulled in on HMS Ark Royal in 1977, just after the Silver Jubilee celebrations. We pulled in at Rosyth and anchored off just before the bridges. We even went across to see a pal of mine who lived in Glasgow, and we went wandering around Govan Hill, which were well, it was supposed to be well, it probably was quite a rough place. It was full of hard lads, men that worked in the shipyards. You can just have a listen to one of Billy Connolly's albums to him, where he said he lived there and he worked in the shipyards. But I was fine. It were great couple of days that we had there. Right, I'll just take my time. I just tend to rush these videos, but yeah, I say, look at that, amazing. We wondered where we'd landed on Friday evening when we got here at 7 o'clock. So yeah, fishing boat's doing its bit out there. Yeah, what a place. Yeah, so for me it's with the links, I don't know what links I've got, but coming up to Scotland, it's just, I don't know, it just seems a natural thing to do. This cottage here, this is all one. It sleeps 6 apparently. So, a big family of you. Get cracking, get up here. I did some metal detecting yesterday and the day before, and sticking to my usual sort of history of metal detecting. There weren't any old bits of tractors and trailers that we usually pull up. These were, I prefer the beaches, so you don't have to dig as much. But yeah, no bits of tractors, there were just tent pegs, a few drink cans, tins, and also a couple of bottle tops from whiskey bottles. Little bells and famous grouse. Right, let's have a look round. Yeah, that's it. I think we're going to set off on a walk today somewhere. Right, and that's our little cottage. Thistle Cottage. I'll take you around there before. I'll just show you around before we set off back. We're here till Friday, and then we're off on to the Isle of Skye to see some relatives on there. It's Sarah's niece, Pippa, and her husband Craig. Yeah, so here we are. This is the back of the cottage, and that's the view from the bench that we've got. So yeah, I'll crack on. I think breakfast is almost ready. Not as though we're in a rush or out, but well. So it's a farewell from up here in bonny Scotland. I hope you have a good day. Take care of yourselves. See you in a bit. Ta-ra.